Yeah, it's been I thought one of our better weeks as far as attention to the details and trying to improve the areas that we're inconsistent in, and I'm pleased today, and hopefully that carries over into Saturday. I thought it was one of our better Thursdays, like our plan, and hopefully they've heard the message that you have to earn the right to win a football game this week, and pretty pleased sitting here today. Other than obviously, we're a bit shorthanded again. Defensively, we're going to be without a few guys, and it's just seems to be part of our season. So we've got to it's next man up. We've got to coach them and get them ready for a game that we can win and become bowl eligible. But I'm pleased with the response this week from coaches and players to our challenge on Monday.
You mentioned being short on players on defense. Does that go back to building depth that you have over the years to make sure you're in position?
Yeah, thank God we've had a few years to recruit, or we'd be in big trouble on both sides, really. And so, we'll call upon some of these younger guys to play, and hopefully they've got a good understanding of the game plan.
Have you ever had a year like this where, you've had so many injuries? Yes, that's happened, but specifically at a quarterback.
Yeah, never. 30 years now. I've had years where I felt like, man, this is getting crazy on the injury bug, but I've never had it at the quarterback spot. I've lost our starter before, just once actually, for any significant time. Chad Kelly towards ACL about midway through his senior season. Actually, it was a little later than midway, I believe, but that's the only one that I've really lost our starter for a significant time. So this is the first year to certainly lose your starter for a long period, and then your backup also for a long period. And I think again, we found a way to win, and thankful we have JB and Nate, and we're going to continue to work to hopefully improve our consistency there. But I'm glad we have them.
How much do you think that affects the other players on offense? Because if you ask them, they're like, "Oh, it doesn't matter, whoever's in there." But from your seat, how much do you think that affects you?
I don't think it matters to our players during the week at all. I think they handle it the right way. Do I think that you lose some momentum and juice on Saturdays when you have schematically a really good play, and particularly the receivers winning a one-on-one or something, and we're inconsistent in making that throw? Do I think that bothers them some and lose? Because it bothers me, and it bothers the quarterbacks, and it bothers everybody. So, do I think that you lose a little juice at that given moment that may carry over? That's always a fear. I think that's reality. But as far as preparing during the week, they handle it the right way. Man, this is who we got, and this is what we're going to do, and we're going to go win it. But when you get in the battle, and man, you got the right one drawn up, and your guy goes and wins, and you're not making those throws, that's when I do think the biggest challenge comes.
There's a lot of teams here. You think, and I've said this talking to people. Lose two quarterbacks, you're down to your third. And some of the other injuries and just think. There's a lot of teams that could be sitting here 2-4 right now and making excuses.
Yep.
And your team's not. What's the reasoning behind that, and what's gotten you?
Well, we're not excuse makers around here. We just don't do that, and I don't believe in it. And I think that our team's culture is one that has been worked on for years, and we've got a great leadership council, and they just have this belief that we should go compete, and with whoever we have, and we compete for the 60 minutes and see kind of where we're at the end of it. And to this point, they've showed great resolve and great will to win. And so I have to give credit to the locker room, the leadership in that locker room for buying into that belief. And I realize that it could easily be the other way right now, and us sitting here facing probably the more difficult part of our schedule coming up, and sitting here at 2-4, like you said, it's hard to win games, and we've been very fortunate, but also, fortune comes to probably those that handle whatever situation you're going through the best, even the hard ones. And I think our kids and coaches have done that nicely.
Did I hear you correctly Monday that you wanted to recruit 47 Ty French, their defensive end, when he was in high school?
Josh, definitely, he was one of those kids. I can't remember exactly how all that went down, whether it was us that pulled out or he chose another route. I can't remember back then, but I vividly remember the name on our recruiting board. He's a good player. He and one both are really good players.
Been away from Williams Stadium the last 2 weeks for the first 6 games, I believe. How excited are you to be back in front of the home crowd?
Yeah, jacked. I love Thursdays for home games. We hammer home, defend the mountain theme. We had the band come in this morning, or a small part of the band, into our team room. That was fun. It's important to me. I've made that a priority since I've been here, and I don't hide from it. And I tell our kids that, and that we need to defend our home. And I think they sense Thursday's a little different when we're playing at home. Love going on the road with them too. That's a different mindset, but excited to be at home the next 2 weeks for sure. It's homecoming. Hopefully we have a great crowd, and I know our students will show up, and we got a great student section, band, cheerleaders. Everybody does a great job of providing a great environment for us to perform in, and hopefully a lot of grads come back and are proud with what they see.
Got one online from Ed Lane.
Coach, do you get more excited for homecoming now that you've been at Liberty for a while, or is this something for you in terms of interacting with former players and folks that are alumni of the school? You kind of delegate to the spring and springtime when you have a little more time to put towards that.
Yeah, I don't. Truthfully, I'm not very good at that during the season. I'm excited it's homecoming and I hope people come back, but it won't change. I won't even know the game's homecoming come Saturday. Again, I think it's great and hope that everyone enjoys it and again is pleased with the progress that our program's making. But for me, it won't really matter once we kick it off.
Their D-line, their pass rush, is that one of the biggest concerns you have for their defense?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always concerned with pass rush, because that creates negative plays if you're not able to protect. I think they do a really nice job of crowding the line of scrimmage, being very aggressive downhill with their linebackers and putting 1 and 47 on the move, mixing it up between odd and even. Not quite sure how they'll play us there. They've played some teams odd and other teams pretty even. So it's, we've seen good pass rushers every week, so it's not like we haven't seen that, but they are aggressive for sure.
You talked all season about getting one step closer to bowl eligibility, and here you are just one win away. How much has that been talked about with the team about, we just need that one more win to get to that goal?
I don't stress it quite like that. We've got a board in our team room where they're looking at it every team meeting of Monday and Thursday of our weekly theme of our Crossroads series and what the result was of that given week. So, I mean, they're looking at it, and certainly I talked Monday about earning the right to win another game that makes us bowl eligible. But that's probably the extent of it.
What about the theme this week? I know you tweeted something earlier today. You were excited to get in there and teach this morning. What was kind of the point of that?
Yeah, a life of character, which I believe is driven by discipline. And disciplined life, my experience is when my life is disciplined, blessings usually follow. Not guaranteed, but I can guarantee you this: if you live an undisciplined life, chaos follows. And that's what I taught today on that. And it's a choice. It's a choice every day to be disciplined. And I think one of the best areas, and sometimes I get quite frustrated and disappointed with young men that seem to devalue the blessing of getting an education. It's been that way everywhere I've been, and we fight that as football coaches, and we fight that with their mindset of the culture as lied to them and told them that football is going to provide this, and this for you. And reality is that's a very small percentage. And I just told them today, you want to find out if you're leading a disciplined life, here's one area I know you can look at right now. Are you behind academically? Are you wasting those opportunities? And so just talking about leading a disciplined life that I think would bring you closer to blessings and peace than the chaos.